everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I asked on my Instagram a while back that I was going to be doing a Q&A soon, so I thought I might as well film it today. Why the lighting is still quite okay, like the sun's starting to get a little bit duller, so if it gets a little bit dark in this video then that's why, because I'm actually using natural lighting today for a change. Okay, so the first question is, does your boyfriend get jealous of any male attention you get from being so well known, and especially after your boob job? Vice versa, do you get jealous of any girls giving him attention? And like, obviously it's natural to get jealous, obviously, like if people give him attention or if vice versa, like a guy gives me attention or whatever, but it just gets to the point where, like, see, whenever you get into a relationship, like from being single you get attention obviously whenever you're single, and like you give other people attention whenever you're single. Then whenever you get in a relationship, the only person that's getting your attention is the other person that you're in a relationship with. So everybody sort of tunes in that you're in a relationship and then doesn't really pester you as much. Well, that's what I've found. Like whenever you get into a relationship and settle down, like people don't really like interfere as much because you are in a relationship, but then you do get those odd people that just try to interfere, like, and you're just like, go away please. But obviously it's natural to get jealous. Like if someone wants to come over to Anthony and, like, I don't know, it just it depends like the extent of what the other person does to the other person. Like there's being nice to someone and there's being like nice but in a really passive aggressive way to like annoy the other person. So obviously it's natural to get jealous, but there's like a limit, if you know what I mean. Okay, so the next question is your go-to favorite drink on a night out. One of my go-to favorite drinks is American Skittles. I could literally just drink it and drink it and drink it, or French martini or strawberry daiquiri, but not all places do cocktails, so it would be more like a American Skittles or just a vodka and pure orange juice would be like my go-to. If you and Anthony, there's quite a lot of questions about me and Anthony in this video, so if you and Anthony had a date night, what would you guys choose to do? Probably go to the cinema or like food, or even just like chill out in the house. Like I know obviously that's not a date night, but some nights we're just like, right, do you want to just completely chill out, watch a movie, get like munchies in or something, because not all the time do we do that. Well, like most nights we do anyway, but like sometimes we just turn around and be like, right, we're not going out tonight, we're just going to sit in and do stuff in the house. But if we were to go on a date night, maybe we would go for like food and drinks, or like sometimes we go to like this little pizza restaurant, it's gorgeous inside, it's lovely, or just like bowling or like cinema or something, just like really conventional things, but like they're just so fun because like he's so fun, so I get to spend like so much fun times with him. Cringy, I know, but like it's like doing fun things with your best friend like every day. It's amazing. If it was your last day on earth, where and who would you spend it with? This is such a hard question because there's so many people in my family that I love so much and would love to spend it with, but if it's one person, it would probably be my mum, because she was the person that brought me into the world in the first place. I'd probably stay with my mum in her house. Sorry Granny, sorry Anthony, sorry everyone. But I would probably literally just spend it with my mum, because like she was obviously the person that brought me into the world in the first place, so my mum probably. Okay, what are your pet peeves? Number one, I have like a list of pet peeves. Like I'm really easily irritated sometimes. So my first one is like heavy breathers, and I know sometimes I actually heavy breathe myself, but it's like when other people do it, or like when other people do it whenever it's really obvious that they're doing it and you're like, oh my god, will you please stop, like it's disgusting. Sometimes Anthony heavy breathes right in my ear and I'm like, ooh, go away. So heavy breathers. One, people that don't have like any manners, people that change whenever they're with certain people, because that does my head in. Like, why change the way you get on because you're with certain people? It's just so weird. Weird eaters, I suppose. I don't know, I think that's mostly like the main things that I'm able to rhyme off like really quickly, but yeah. My phone is literally on 2%, so hopefully it does not die. What is your favourite clothes shop? And whenever I go to London, I always go into Brandy Melville or Forever 21, or most of my clothes are either from Brandy Melville, Forever 21, Topshop or Gymshark. I love Brandy Melville. Like everything in that shop I would totally wear, because everything's just so plain, and I have like a really plain sense of style. Like I always just wear leggings, plain top, like nothing I wear is like really intense. This jacket here is from Forever 21 and I'm obsessed with it. It's velvet, I love it so much. What is the weirdest thing you can do? I actually think the weirdest thing that I can do, I remember showing Anthony this and he was freaked out, because first of all he hates feet anyway. Whenever I was doing this wee thing with my feet, he was literally dying off. It was crazy. Like I can like twist my toes in so they're like, my toes are like under my feet like this, and then walk on them. Sounds so weird, but I've always been able to do it since I was a kid. It doesn't even feel weird to me because it's just like something I can do. But I think that's like the only weird thing I can do, to be honest. Like I'm not like double jointed or anything, like that's like the only weird thing I can do. I feel like I'm a ballerina, like in disguise. Next question is, how do you keep yourself motivated even whenever you feel like you can't do something? And to be honest, this question just literally is so relatable right now, because recently I've just been so demotivated to do anything. Like even whenever it comes to my YouTube, like I've neglected it so much, and I apologize so much, but hopefully hopefully there's a lot of people out there that can relate. Like whenever you just can't be bothered doing something, it's just such even like a task to even think about doing something, never mind actually doing it. Like I remember in school sometimes I felt like this, like it's very rare I actually feel like this, but whenever I do, it's just like you get yourself so deep into something that it's like so hard to get back out. And recently I've just been like that. Like it just feels like a chore to do so many different things. I don't know what it is. Like it's like nothing's changed in my life or anything. Like some days I just wake up and I feel like it is just so much of an effort to do anything, and the least thing that I want to do is do anything, so I probably just sleep or just like do nothing. And I know it's such a waste of a day and everything, and I know like I love being productive so much. Like I love doing things all the time. Like even as my mum, like whenever I'm out and about shopping, even not shopping, like doing things, I just love doing things. But sometimes just trying to get up to do those things, it's just a mission and it's a nightmare. So for that question right now, I would say like it's so hard, and I wouldn't have any tips, because to be honest, like I wish someone could just come over to me and be like, right, get up and do things, because I'm self-employed and I do everything like by myself at home. Like I don't have like a boss to tell me what to do, if you know what I mean. So I'm sort of like my own boss, and sometimes I wish that I had that in place, so like somebody could actually tell me, right, you need to do this, you need to do that. But at the same time, it's good being the way I am now, if you know what I mean. But I feel like I don't even know what advice to give, because like I know how hard it is, and it's just not as easy as just getting up and doing it. Like you need to be in the like the right mind space, if you know what I mean. I don't even know, because at the moment I just find it so difficult to do anything, to be honest. But I'm having so much fun filming, and I love doing everything that I do, but sometimes it's just really hard to actually get up and do those things, if you know what I mean. So the next question is, what advice would you give to your 16-year-old self if you could? And I was 16 4 years ago, because I'm 20 now, which seems like such a long time ago. Oh my gosh, I feel like I was 16 yesterday. I still feel like a baby. Like I don't feel like an adult. It's weird. But what advice would I give to my 16-year-old self? Whenever I was 16, I was in like a relationship, and I had already been in that relationship for like 3 years. No, I wasn't. Whenever I was 16, I'd already been in like a 2-year relationship. Like I was still in that relationship, because my ex and I broke up whenever we were nearly at the 5-year mark. Like obviously I don't regret anything, but I wish like if I ever had a daughter or anything, I would tell her just to live her life. And like obviously it's good being settled down with someone, this, that and the other, but it's also good to live your life like as yourself and not need to worry about anything apart from like the important things in life. And I feel like if I ever had my own daughter, I wouldn't, it's not that I wouldn't let her, because like if you can't help who you fall in love with, you know what I mean. So it's not like I would stop her like having a boyfriend at that age, but I would just like tell her to do whatever she wants for a while. Like because you do meet someone, like I'm with someone now, like I got out of my last relationship and moved on quite quickly. But I feel like whenever I was younger, I would have, it's not that I would have preferred like not have been in the relationship, because I had like a ball whenever I was happy, you know what I mean. I feel like if I had my own daughter, I would tell her to live her life proper, like with all her friends, family, everything, and do what she wants to do until she's about 20, 19 even. Because you're still only a kid really whenever you're 16, do you know what I mean? So like you don't want to be tied down with someone like for years on end. That's my opinion anyway. Where back then whenever I was 16, I would have been like, no, I love being in a relationship, like it's so much fun, this, that and the other. But I feel like looking back on it now, you can see like the bigger picture. My worst fear is like literally, I know this is so cliche, but like dying and like just never seeing anyone again. Like it's so sad. Like me and my boyfriend always talk about this, and it's just so weird. Like I hate it sometimes whenever he brings it up, because I'm like, please don't. Like it's just life. Like it is just, everybody dies at one point, but it's the fact of like not being able to see certain people again is just so upsetting. It's just so sad. 3 things you can't live without. There's literally so many things I don't think I could live without. Anthony, my mom, my granny, and my dog Arthur. I know that's 4 things, but Arthur isn't like a full person, so it would be like 3.5. My mom, Anthony, my granny, and okay, so what is your favourite song at the moment? And you guys love whenever I include songs into my YouTube videos and things, and I literally listen to so many different music, like so many different things. So you know who I've actually been loving recently, and they won the X Factor, Raxu. Like I know that's so weird, like it's so like mainstream, but I just love their songs. Like I love the way they've got like a certain beat to them, and they're just so good. I recently created a new playlist on Spotify. Like sometimes I go into Spotify and I'm like loving it, and then sometimes I just listen to the radio, or sometimes I just listen to like music like flowing through on YouTube. I love No Limit. Tory Lanez Sean Paul Love remix. Okay, so I'm gonna find one more question, and then that is me. Okay, so finally the last question is, what is your earliest childhood memory that you can remember? And one thing that always sticks out for me is whenever, because the old house that we used to live in was like the first house that I ever had whenever I was a kid with my mum and dad. There was like a park close to it, and I remember always going around with my wee dog Cleo, and sadly she's passed away now. She's been dead for like a 1.5 years now, and like I loved her so much. We used to take her around to the park all the time, and I used to have her like on the handle of my bike, you know, they're late, and she used to like pull me around the park, and I used to grab with like bread and throw it into the docks with my dad, and like she used to like sprint and just go so fast, and it's like sounds so simple and like stupid that that's like a childhood memory, but doing that, like coming home from school and doing that was just like the peak of my day. I just love spending time with my wee doggy. Sometimes I take Arthur around to that wee park and I just think of her and I'm like so sad. So guys, that's pretty much everything that I'm going to answer in today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to click the little bell symbol beside the subscribe sign so it means you get notified every time I upload. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!